I'm with Denis Declauzel. Welcome to APG TV.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
50 odd years plus in the industry, Denis. You're like a superstar.
I'd like to think that I've just enjoyed what I've been, the ride. So the longer I've been here, the much I've enjoyed it. So why give up something you like? But I am going to.
Righto, let's go back a step. Tell me how it all started and where it's got to this point.
Well, when I was a youngster, I didn't like school, like most kids, and my dad was in the galloping industry. So I applied for the thoroughbreds and for harness racing. And out of the blue, I got a phone call from the late Dick McGrath, who turned out to be my mentor and tutor. And Dick employed me as in the registration office at Harold Park in the early days when they were the controlling body back in 1964. And I've just gone from there, and Dick taught me everything I know, and I've just gone from what Dick taught me to make my own ways of doing things and handling things and dealing with people. But it was all thanks to Dick McGrath that I'm still here today.
Now, there's a part of your story that you haven't told us yet, that you spent some time north as well.
I did 20 years as registrar in Queensland. Just took the punt and moved north with my family, a young family, and got a job offer there as I arrived in Queensland, walked in as the registrar there and was registrar for 20 years before I came a little stint in South Australia, which we'll just forget about. It was a little hiccup. You have these little hiccups every now and again. So I just gave that a big flick and came back, and I stopped off in Sydney on the way back to Queensland, and they said, would you like to come back and help us out for a while? And I said, yeah, sure. So that was 14 years ago, and I'm still here. So I still haven't got back to Queensland.
Has the role changed much in all those years?
A lot of things have changed with embryo transfers and semen transported and frozen semen. And back in the early days, everything was done on studs, and there was no such thing as embryo transfers or semen transport or all that sort of stuff. And it's really evolved to a state now where stallions can last for a lot longer with artificial insemination. And I think it's only good for the industry that we're able to prolong that and to make methods of foal conception a lot easier.
You would have met some great characters along the way. Is there one that comes to mind that sort of still gives you a laugh at this point when you look back?
Oh, gee, there's so many people that I've known in the industry over the years in the 3 states, and like even people in Victoria. But no, look, they're all their own character, and they're all as good as one another. And I've got to say that probably 99% of the people in this industry I've got a hell of a lot of time for, and I'm really going to miss them when I retire. But yeah, no, look, they're all terrific people, love them, and I hope they just like me as much as I like them.
You talk about the big R word. When's it happening, and how is the handover going to work?
Not sure about the handover, but I have made it official that I'm retiring on my 70th birthday, which will be July this year. So going to be difficult to walk away after so many years with it and so many people, but I'm sure that I'm not going to get out of touch with all these people and vice versa. And I'll still be floating around to the traps, but I'll just be able to socialise then instead of being in an official capacity. But as for the conversion, well, we've got a few things in plan. I have a young offsider at the office at the moment who I'm training up, and she's coming along quite nicely.
Right, let's talk about retirement. Where you headed and what are you going to do?
Well, while I was away this time, I just come back from a couple of weeks' holidays, and while I was away, I purchased a little property up the coast, not far from the beach, which is my passion outside of harness racing. So yeah, I'll be close to where I love to, close to the ocean, and so I won't be far away.
Denis, from all the team at APG TV, we wish you very well in your retirement, and we thank you for your contribution to the industry.
Thank you very much. Thank you.